Welcome to the Gathering Place podcast. My name is Joe Seaman, a real estate agent in the Augusta, Georgia, Aiken, North Augusta, South Carolina area. I run the J Properties Group, brokered by Maybarn Real Estate.
My name is Hope Seaman, and I am a chaos coordinator and a Jill of all trades.
Welcome back to another episode of the Gathering Place podcast. And on today's episode, Hope is going to share her little secret. That's not really a secret, but she's going to share a little secret with us on
helper hair.
On helper hair.
So it's not really a secret because I've talked about it before.
You've talked about it. You've breezed over it a little bit.
I did.
So really and truly, like, Hope doesn't hide it too much. I mean, she's very open about she wears helper hair, which
I call it helper hair.
In the common world, people call it wigs, but Hope doesn't like it.
I don't like that word.
So you've actually created a website and all around. Is it Hope's Helper Hair or Help by Hope or something like that?
I'm not ready to release all that
Yeah, but
information
you've created
yet.
it. But
yes.
So you're trying to change the stigma around
I am.
the term like wigs because it's very sterile. It's very
it's kind of derogatory because people use it in a negative sense. So they'll say like, "Are you wearing a wig?" Or
right. When it's not that big of a deal.
It's not that big. It's no different than wearing eyelashes, false eyelashes, or hair extensions. It's more easily acceptable if women wear hair extensions than if they wear, I call it helper hair. Where the truth of the matter is, my life's a lot easier when it comes to my hair because it stays fixed and I put them on mannequins, and when I'm ready to pick out which one I need, like I just go and my personality matches my hair for the day.
I walk in our closet and there's
you
all
never
these
know.
hair pieces like hanging like all over the closet. And
today is like a kind of cloud. It's a cloudy day, but it's humid outside.
It's fixing to start raining really bad.
So so we're about to have some rain. So I have different style pieces of hair for different occasions. So on a rainy day, I'm probably going to go more towards a synthetic, or I really do like, more what we call a human hair, where I can curl it, dye it, do whatever I want to do to it. But when I know it's going to get yucky, anyway, all that to say, I had to learn this on my own because there's no manual. There's no manual for women who want to wear helper hair for whatever reason. And let me just say this too. I said this on my Facebook page the other day. One of the reasons why I'm so bold about being upfront and honest about me wearing hair is a lot of reasons. One, because I'm embracing this, and so I'm going to have different hair all the time, and I just don't want people to be shocked. Mm-hmm. And I don't want them to be shocked because the very first question I ever got, the very first time I wore, wasn't even you. The very first time I wore a helper hair, you didn't even know I had it.
What?
At that time. You didn't know I bought it. You didn't know I was wearing it. It was nothing. I went to the school where my boys went to school, and someone looked at me and they were like, and I'm going to tell you, I go back to that. I wish I'd brought it today. I should have brought that one today because that one was bad. It was really bad, but it gave me.
Was that the Reba hair?
Yes.
Oh, no, I knew that was not real hair. Oh,
I know, but you didn't know, but you'd not
like
seen
Reba
it yet.
McEntire from the 80s up in the church building.
You didn't have seen it yet. The first thing, that's my
so
point.
So much hair. I was
I know.
Hope, I don't know.
I know. But I tried all the things. I tried all the things where people, and I want to see, I actually saved a picture. I had tried all the things with like extensions. I had thin, fine hair anyway. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I always had thin, fine hair. Always had to have it short. Whatever. I went through in vitro with the boys, and then I had heart condition that developed after that. And so after years of medications, different things, it just wreaked havoc. Hormones were crazy, all the things. So I just started thinning out what little bit I had. So I tried to do what everybody did. I tried to do extensions. I tried all kinds of different ones. Again, not very many people at that time even knew about all that stuff. I was having to research this stuff on my own. Extensions are a big deal now. you can go anywhere and people are like licensed to put them in. But that wasn't the case when I first started this journey. And I had to teach people how to do my hair because I had to learn on Google before that. And so anyway, all that to say, I walked in. Actually, this whole journey started because I thought, hey, you know what, Hope, give your hair a break. Because this picture, I don't know that I want to show them this picture, but this picture, like I had length because I had tape-in extensions at that time. I had a lot of length on there, but my hair on the top was so thin that it just didn't match. And I'm going to be honest, I looked like I had a mullet because it's just the way it was. Because my hair on the top was short and I had the length down here. But nobody told me that, which I kind of appreciate because y'all let me go through that on my own and sort that out because I probably would have my feelings hurt. But I was scrolling around on Facebook one day and I came across like it wasn't Helper Hair. They called it a wig group. And I thought, I'm going to just try this. What can it hurt? Like, let me just try it, give my real hair a break, see what we're going to do. So I went to my little local hair shop by myself and picked out as you now call it, Reba hair.
You still got that one?
I do.
Oh.
I remind myself where I've come from. So I keep it, but I'm not going to wear it. But anyway, you
couldn't tell Hope
You couldn't tell me nothing.
When she had that hair on now.
But
that girl was.
The confidence it gave me was like insane. Okay, do you remember when I had someone sew extensions in?
Yes, I remember all of it.
All of it for years. Like for years. This has been a journey. Anyway, I get this hair piece on my own. Joe doesn't know I have it. Walk into the office where the kids go to school. The receptionist, she didn't mean this, but it still sticks with me today. She rounds her desk, looks at me, and she goes, Hope, I didn't know you were sick. Are you okay? I didn't know you were sick. And that's why I've decided from that point on, I'm not sick. Now, there are many women who, go through treatments and they lose their hair on a temporary basis. What I've come to terms with is my hair's never going to grow back to the thickness that I wanted it to be. I don't want to wear Helper Hair every day of my life, but wearing Helper Hair every day of my life gives me confidence in a way that...
We know.
In a way that...
When she's got certain hair pieces on, better watch out. Because we know Hope is in the building when she has
Which personality?
Yes.
I love you. Anyway, I'm very blessed and very fortunate that you're so supportive of it, though. Because, y'all didn't know what to do at first. Y'all didn't. Y'all were sweet about it. No, but
it's a really good indicator of...
Watch yourself.
Who's going to show up today?
Anyway.
So it kind of gives me an outward... I got an advantage over most married men. Because, a lot of times they can't tell what mood their wife is going to be in. But I can tell by the type of hair Hope has on. But it has boosted your confidence.
It has.
Majorly. And especially when you get new pieces in.
I love you. Thank you for being so supportive of it. Really, you don't have to be, and I do really appreciate that. Because
I would say the one thing that we differ on it with is you like really long pieces.
I do, because I've never been able to have long hair.
I actually, I'm very different than most men. I actually like shorter hair on women. So, but that's
on women or just me?
Well, on you. I like shorter hair on you. But I would say that's probably the only thing that we differ on. And then also, like, I know you have to wear the synthetic pieces from time to time, but I being around you for so long with Helper Hair, I can tell the difference between a real hair piece and a synthetic one.
Yeah.
So she ordered a bunch of synthetic ones the other day, and she's been wearing them things out.
Because they're so easy, but I'll tell you, there's things I don't like about them.
Drew's getting a whole education over here. He's like,
I ain't signed up for this today.
But anyways, you were wearing one the other day, and I'm like, do you like those that came in? Because
I know.
They just wasn't, they're just not hitting.
I know. Well,
The real ones look better and look more natural.
but the reason why I do go in between them is because it's bad weather days and so on and so forth. Like there's a whole science behind hair and it no longer being attached to your scalp. Therefore, it's treated differently. You can't put as much heat to it. You can do these things to it, but if you want to prolong it, like, it takes a lot more care, so it's not as easy. So when you know it's going to be a bad weather day, you typically throw on a synthetic, and that way you can go on about your business and you're fine, and save your nicer pieces that are real for days that the weather's not as bad. So there's that. But all that to say, I'm bold about it for myself, but I'm also bold about it because there's a lot of women out there that are just like me.
We were going to get into that.
Yes.
Because Hope is on the phone, or she is DMing, or she is texting, or she is doing videos, or she is having someone come over to the house or something like that with women every single week. And so it's almost become like a little calling of yours, because you can see someone and you can see that they're struggling with their hair, and you'll quietly, like, we went and delivered a lot of supplies to North Carolina, and the lady that was there helping us, she had just gone through some treatments, and you went over to the side, and I actually called you, I need your help with something. You're like, hold on a minute.
Yes.
I'm in a hair conversation. And,
yes.
you're just like last night on the way home, you were on the phone with someone, helping them through their hair, ordering what pieces and all the things. And so
it's
I just think
intimidating.
that you are here and open about it to help others. And there's many, 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 many other stories about women going through different things. And some people aren't even going through something. They just might have thinner hair, or they might just want and
that's something I will say that actually a lot of the women that you'll see that are very bold about it, the hair piece I have on now, the lady who is behind it, there's a piece I have in my closet that is real, and it's beautiful, and I love it, and it was way too expensive, but it's a nice hair piece. She started as well because her hair was thinning, and she started making units and so on and so forth, but they've since, like, their hair's grown back, and so when they're showing these hair pieces and whatever online, like underneath, like, I look at their hair and I'm like, you're not speaking to me, because you're putting a hair piece on top of your head, and your hair actually looks 10 times better than mine could ever look. And I just think that there's not enough people out there like me that actually understand what it's like to have thinning hair and walk into a room and worry about how you look from behind, not because of your size, not because of your clothes, but because you don't know if your T-spot that day that you teased up, that's kind of where your bald spot is on your hair, if people can see it. And it's just one of those things, like, at church, I would always want to sit in the back because I was afraid people could see my scalp. I know that sounds so immaterial to some people, but to some of us, it's a huge deal. And so all that to say, I'm open because I do help people. I mean, I'm not selling anything. I literally go on Amazon and I find links. I ask them to send me their pictures of when they were at their happiest. And I search Amazon and I try to find a piece that has good reviews, that's inexpensive, that gets them started. Now, there is hair pieces that go up into the thousands
and thousands
of dollars.
Yeah.
And
I ain't got none of those yet.
I don't have none of those. And I don't even know that I want any of those because I change my mind too much. I mean, that's a commitment, right? Like, that's a true commitment. But all of that to say, you can start out really small, and it doesn't have to be a lot of work. And so I ask questions, and then I send them links from Amazon, and I'm like, okay, we'll get this one and get this script. And when it comes in, call me. We'll color it. We'll cut it. You might not want me to color. I do color my own pieces, but like I won't color for
I was going to say that
people.
too. Like you have it on a
like my daughter-in-law and my niece, like they can help with the color part if it needs to be very specific. But honestly, you can typically find what you're looking for on Amazon.
But you say that you can put it on a mannequin head.
Yes.
And fix your whole head of hair and
Yes.
then put it on.
It's
and
done.
You know it's all done. So.
Because how many times, which a lot of people don't pay attention, but because hair is an issue for me, I do. They'll have like this. You look at them from the front, everything's beautiful, and you look at them from the back, and it's like, oh, did you see that when you woke up this morning? They didn't, because their hair's attached to their hands. So I look at it like it's a positive. I try to see things more positive than negative. And that's one of the things I've tried to do. Now, I can't tell you, like, you've been supportive. Our kids have been supportive. But, like, there's people in our life that are, like, they've kind of given me a little bit of a hard time about it, or you can tell they're judgy about it. And I've had to overcome that. That's the biggest hurdle that women get is they'll order their hair, they'll put it on their head. Their spouse isn't supportive, their kids aren't supportive, and their coworkers look at them like they have 5 heads in the morning when they walk in with their new hair. And my goal is to get on a call or Zoom or FaceTime or get in person with you with that hair for the very first time, and I'm going to tell you how to wear it. I'm going to tell you how it looks on you, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you. So when you walk into that setting, those people are going to say what they're going to say. Again, people just need to keep their mouths shut a lot and change the narrative. But the first person that sees you in that hair needs to be someone who understands what it's like to wear it and will be honest and truthful. Because what you say to people on their hair with the way they look, the way they carry themselves, it matters.
It sticks with them.
And it sticks with you. And while that lady who told me years ago now, she didn't mean what she said in a negative way, but I've never forgotten it. And it took me a while to overcome that. And it's just hair. It's no different than a new sweatshirt. It's no different than, like I said, eyelashes earlier. It's no different than a hat that men wear. And it's just changing the narrative. So I don't know what we're going to do with that. Like Joe keeps saying, well, let's do this and let's do that. I don't know what we're going to do with that right now. I just want to help people, give them a little bit of confidence and give them their smile back.
Well, you've done that with a lot of people. And, you know, I love sitting back and watching Hope because she gets this bounce in her voice and just, you know, really like number one, you love to help people no matter what the situation is, not just hair. If we can do a clothing drive for somebody, you love to help. If we can we just do anything, you love to help people.
Right.
So do that. And then you have a thing for hair and makeup and nails and beauty and all that stuff. And so you're just kind of combining two things that you love a lot, and it is making a difference. It makes a difference in people's lives.
Yeah.
And so you're a good girl for that.
Well, it's something I've had to learn, and it would have been super nice if there had been people, and there were some people in groups and stuff, but it would have been nice if there had been someone like in my face.
Somebody who's going through it and
Yes.
knows, like I was listening to you on the phone last night, like you were just going down the list of all the things that this lady needed to order.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a lot, but it was just things that you have tried and tested and know that work.
Can I say this? If you do have a medical diagnosis that's causing you to lose your hair, and they send you to the little places in the hospital for wigs, I'm not trying to tell you don't go there, but I am trying to tell you don't go there. They will put you in the most expensive synthetic wig. They're going to tell you that it's human hair blend, and they're going to tell you it's going to last a really long time. It's not. It's not, and it's going to be itchy, and it's going to be all these different things, And there are cheaper versions out there. I'm going to get fired up again. What's this about me getting fired up today?
Oh, no.
But there's cheaper versions. They're going to charge you anywhere from $400 to $600 for these pieces that are going to last longer. And there's things out there, but I understand it's intimidating. Like, I do. And I'm happy to help. So if you watch this and you do need help with situations like that, find me on social media. Wherever you see this at, reach out. I'm happy to help. It's not anything that we charge for. It's just, hey, here's your link. Go here. Get this. And we just kind of go from there. And then you'll help
them after it comes in.
Yep.
So cool. Well, you're an angel for doing it. And
I'm going to remind you of that when my new hair comes in.
Keep on. Because I am not beyond posting. Hope is in an extra sassy mood today.
She got new hair.
She got new hair. That's all I got to do is Hope got new hair. And everybody will know she is sassy today.
What's that song? I think it's Ariana Grande. She goes, "You like my hair? G Thanks just bought it." Like, I get real on that when that song's playing. So yes. It is. So there we go.
Yeah. So anyways, thank y'all for joining this episode of the Gathering Place podcast. We've got like 2 more weeks and then we're going to round out our year for the podcast. We're going to set up a new studio. I gave my idea to Hope this morning and she was like, no, we can't do that. So when I do stuff like that and I get turned down, then I throw the ball in her court and she's got to do it now. So anyways... That is, we're not even in our regular studio today.
I know.
So,
we just redid it.
We just redid it, and we're going to redo it again.
Lord. True.
Nothing ever stays the same with me.
Nothing.
Not too long. So anyways,
Your
thank y'all for joining.
Stays the same.
20-something years. Yep.
How many?
So 20-something years. 20-something. 22 years, almost 23. So thank y'all for joining us on this episode of the Gather in Place podcast. We will catch y'all next week.